Games, we've built up our shooting team. 2016, 2020, things did not work. Again, 21 shooters have qualified, 28 events. Thoughts?
Well, I'll just continue on this theme of pressure, and I completely agree with Sourav that it is all about pressure, about preparation. I think he's articulated, and Viren articulated it very well as well in the panel before. But what I'd like to maybe talk about is, the pressure is going to be there. And I think many times athletes make the mistake of actually trying to find ways to run away from the pressure. But in the heat of the moment, when you're on the field of play, it's going to hit you. And you have to learn to accept it. You have to find a way to coexist with pressure. It's not going to be, you're not going to go to an Olympic Games and just walk on and say that there's no work, I'm just going to have fun and there's just going to be no pressure, etc. You have to be super human to or completely stupid to two ends of that spectrum. And there have been athletes who are successful in both ways. So I think acceptance of pressure is key. As soon as you accept it, you learn to coexist with it, and your mind just frees up. Human tendency is that when you're under pressure, when you're under duress, nobody likes it. We resist it. But the moment you accept it, you find a way to coexist, you find a way to work with it, and then it almost works in your advantage. Priyanka talked about it, that she needs it, it makes her sharper, etc., etc. And that can only happen once there is acceptance of it, and there is no resistance, there's no running away from that situation. I think another aspect which I think is very useful for athletes going into going into an Olympic Games is the practice of two practices. I think a practice of gratitude. I think sometimes we take little things so much for granted in life. And I think just practicing gratitude day in and day out just opens you up, opens your heart, and just improves your ability to stomach that pressure when it comes. And the last thing that I'd like to talk about dealing with pressure is really the ability to have mindfulness, to really be able to be present to the moment. In pressure situations, human tendency again either puts our mind to the past, or we are already thinking about the future, and we forget about the only reality which exists, which is the now. And so, but that's not just going to happen, okay, I'm going to wake up during the Olympic Games and I have to be mindful today because this is the Olympic Games. It has to almost become a way of life, as you said. It has to be a thing that you do day in and day out. And I think these are things that will just give you tools to deal with pressure. Pressure does funny things. And at the end of it, you also have to have an immense amount of adaptability and an immense amount of creativity to be able to perform at the highest stage when the pressure is immense. Because you may have prepared to the best of your ability, you may have tried to take every vertical out of the equation, but something or the other is going to happen which you may have not planned for. So that having that flexibility, having that adaptability is equally important.
Absolutely fantastic. नीरज चोपड़ा बनना सेम सवाल। नीरज चोपड़ा बनना कितना डिफिकल्ट है? जब आपको हम लोग बार बार कहते हैं इस बार ओलंपिक आ रहा है, दोबारा आप गोल्ड मेडल जीतोगे, प्लीज कैच गोल्ड मेडल जीतो। टोक्यो में आपको याद है हम लोग 10-15 जन ही थे वहां पे, वो एक साथ ओलंपिक पोडियम से आपके साथ बात करना, भारत माता की जय एक साथ बोलना। हमारे देश में 100 साल में एक ओलंपिक गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट है एथलेटिक्स से। ये जो प्रेशर नीरज, बट आप बदले नहीं हो, आप वैसे ही हो, हम्बल हो, मॉडेस्ट हो, अभी भी हंस के सबके साथ बात करते हो, सब आप एकदम ही नहीं बदले हो। नीरज चोपड़ा बनना कितना डिफिकल्ट है?
जी, सबसे पहले तो नमस्ते सभी को। और मैं थोड़ा अजीब फील कर रहा हूँ कि मैं इतनी दूर से ऐसे कनेक्टेड हूँ। मैं मतलब वहाँ पे होता तो और अच्छे से फील कर पाता उस जगह को, इतने अच्छे लोगों के बीच में। पर बिल्कुल जैसा कि सौरव सर ने और अभिनव जी ने बताया कि हमें स्पोर्ट्स बहुत कुछ सिखाता है। शायद से जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था तब मैं कुछ और ही था, और फिर धीरे धीरे मेहनत करके, और फिर वही जैसे स्टार्टिंग में हम हमेशा हार देखते हैं, क्योंकि बहुत टाइम लगता है धीरे धीरे इम्प्रूवमेंट होने में। और फिर जब फाइनली ऐसी जगह पे पहुंचे कि अपनी कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट करना है, तो और ज़्यादा मुझे लगता है कि और ज़्यादा हमको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है कि हमको थोड़ा ग्राउंडेड रहना है और अपना जितना मेहनत हो सके उतना करके चलना है। और बिल्कुल जैसा कि हर किसी का एक बैकग्राउंड होता है, मैं भी एक गांव से बिलोंग करता हूँ, एक छोटे से गांव से, तो वहाँ से निकला हूँ। यहाँ पे आज भी जब मैं आता हूँ तो वैसे ही हमारे बुजुर्ग हैं, दादा हैं या ताऊ हैं, ताई हैं, वो सभी उस तरीके से हम मिलते हैं और वो मुझे हमेशा ऐसा फील कराता है कि मैं एक गांव से बिलोंग करता हूं। और स्टार्टिंग से ही हमारे गांव वाले वही सिखाते हैं कि हमेशा एक दूसरे का आदर करना चाहिए। तो बिल्कुल वो तो बिल्कुल एक पार्ट अलग है जो कि स्पोर्ट्स हमको सिखाता है, या हमारा बैकग्राउंड, हम कहाँ से निकले हुए हैं, गाँव से निकले हैं, जहाँ से भी वो सिखाता है। और दूसरी बात नहीं, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा फील करता हूं कि मैं उस जगह पे हूं कि मेरा एक ड्रीम होता था कि मैं अपनी कंट्री के लिए खेलूंगा ओलंपिक्स में या वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में या बड़े गेम्स में, और आज फाइनली मैं वहां पे हूं और मैं ऐसा कर पाया कि हमारे देश के लोग मुझसे उम्मीद कर सकते हैं। और मैं इसमें प्रेशर तो देखो फील होता है, इतना बड़ा खेलने जाते हैं, लेकिन मैं साथ के साथ मोटिवेटेड फील करता हूं कि इतने लोगों की जो दुआ भी मान लो या फिर उनकी उम्मीद मेरे साथ है कि हाँ नीरज कर सकता है। तो बिल्कुल मैं तो इस चीज में बहुत अच्छा फील करता हूँ कि इतने लोगों को ट्रस्ट है कि मैं अच्छा कर सकता हूँ, मैं अपनी कंट्री को प्राउड फील करा सकता हूँ। और बिल्कुल इतने साल खेल के compete करके इंटरनेशनल उस पे वो धीरे-धीरे एक्सपीरियंस भी हो जाता है।
About preparation, because are you already a winner? Because not every day will you win. In sport you will lose more. Sourav, you go first. He's talking about that हमारा तैयारी ऐसा होगा, मेरा लाइफ का बेस्ट तैयारी करके पेरिस जाएंगे। Sourav,
you know, it's only about preparation, and you just don't prepare for a World Cup. You just don't prepare for an Olympic game. You prepare every day. So you master that art of performance under pressure. You know, you just don't look at Olympic games as a pressure, and I'm sure Abhinav will agree with me. You don't look at World Cup as a pressure. You know, performing under pressure is a habit over a period of time. So when you play your first test match, when you play the 5th test match, you have to realize that once you put your feet into this world of performance, you have to keep doing it all the time. You know, it does not matter what you did last year. It does not matter what you did 4 games ago. What matters is now. And I think it's a practice which you put in, and once you keep doing it, you know, it's like when you give your exams, board exams, you don't study 3 months before the exams. You study for the whole year. So there's an evenness in preparation. You don't panic when it comes under pressure, and that is the most important thing. Under pressure, you don't panic, and that will only come when you keep doing it over a period of 1 year, 2 year, and make it a part of your system. You know, playing fast bowlers, or when you play a McGrath or a Lee or a Shoaib or a Dale Steyn, you just don't practice playing fast bowling 6 days before the series. You do that from 3 years, so that it becomes a part of your system, and it's how your mind reacts, boy. It's how your mind reacts when you see different things, and that happens only with preparation. You keep putting your mind through the same rigorous discipline day in, day out. It will react exactly the same way under pressure. So there's no rocket science to it. It's about waking up, performing, and making sure that you switch off also. It's not just remaining switched on all the time, because you get mentally tired, you'll get physically tired, and when it comes to the big stage, you will not have that fight, that determination, and the mental strength to guts it out for 6 hours or another hour or half an hour. So it's a process which you go through for your entire cricketing career to be the best in the world, or your entire shooting career, entire sports career. You keep doing it so that it becomes a part of your system. You know, greatness doesn't happen overnight. Greatness doesn't happen in one tournament. Greatness happens over a period of 20 years. And that's why I never compare young athletes to greats. You can't say he's like a Tendulkar. You can't say he's a future Dhoni. You can't say he's a future Abhinav, Bindra. You know, they've taken 20 years to be that.
correct.
And you have to give them that. It's unfair on them because you put pressure on them. Let them play, let them go and express themselves, and then you judge after 20 years how good they are.
Take the Olympics. Not every athlete of yours will win, but they will compete. In India, we celebrate winners. We forget the losers. We forget people who competed. How do you as Federation President take care of those who did not win? Neeraj today is Neeraj, legend. But there are many others who can be Neeraj, provided they get that support from the system.
It's two quick things. One, everything that's said about pressure, I'll summarize. There will be pressure. Simple. You can't say that I have no pressure. We're playing at the Olympics or topmost level. There will be pressure. The most important thing is how to handle that pressure and make sure that pressure you can use to your advantage and not get pulled down by that pressure. It's as simple as that. Everything that's been said for the last 1 hour. It's as simple as that. My job is to make things simple, and that's why I'm a strategist. The second thing is, see, Neeraj, first with Abhinav, the Neeraj has shown the way that every athlete can win. The mindset of the athlete is now completely different from my time when it was blazer mil gaya, Olympic blazer mil gaya, now life ban gaya, kidhar naukri mil jayega. That was the sort of thought process. Today, every athlete, I mean, I was talking to Sri Shankar. Sri Shankar says, Neeraj jeet sakta hai, to hum bhi jeet sakta hai. That is the confidence Neeraj has given our people. The second thing is, maybe 30 people will go. Everybody will not win a medal. But you have to build bench strength. London, 12 athletes qualified. Rio, double qualified. Tokyo, triple of that number qualified. Unless you have bench strength, you cannot win medals. Today, when I was competing, the national record in javelin throw was 64 meters. Today, if you don't throw around 80 meters, you'll not be in the top 6 in India. If you don't have bench strength, at the World Championships, there were 3 Indians in the top 6. In the top 6, 3 Indians. When you build bench strength, and our job as a federation is to make sure that we give all the support, not only to Neeraj, which we have done, but to give all the support to all our athletes, build their confidence and tell them, we are here, we are behind you, tell us what you need and you will get it. And you have to just go there and perform your best. We're not asking you to bring medals. Perform your best, that's all we want. And a lot of them, if they perform their best, will get a medal. Sri Shankar jumps 842, he will get a medal. It's like that. So all I've asked my athletes to do is go and perform your best. Don't worry about, I'm not asking you to even better your best performance.
Fantastic.
If that happens, great, it's a bonus.
Fantastic.